What's up? It's the It's Wild Busy Baby at Wall Bucks. This is another edition of Thunder or Blunder. And we are covering WWE Monday Night Raw for October 22nd, 2019. Last few episodes of WWE programming have been absolute blunders. But tonight, let's talk about tonight. Started out the show with the Nature Boy, Ric Flair, coming out and introducing his final member of his team to face Hulk Hogan in Saudi Arabia. Yeah! Oh yeah. And it was Drew McIntyre kicking off the show in the first match against Ricochet. In a match we've seen before, but honestly, it was pretty damn good. Absolute thunder! It was Drew McIntyre picking up that 1, 2, 3. But it's what happened after the match that was with me the rest of the broadcast. He got Ricochet up in this like alley-oop. Looked like he was like carrying a backpack, if you will. And he walked over very casually to the ring steps. I'm like, no, there's no way. No crazy Family Guy stuff's about to happen. And boom! He cracked Ricochet's head in half. Wasn't shit funny? Nobody laughed. But I'll tell you what, though, that was one of the most sadistic things I've seen in the history of Monday Night Raw. We got the return of Kevin Owens. He helped out those Private Party ripoffs, and they got the victory. That was a blunder. No reason. The damn Street Profits should have. The OC? They beat the OC. Wow. That's a crime against professional wrestling right there. And I'll tell you what else is a crime against professional wrestling. That logo of theirs. If you look at the Shane Taylor Promotions logo, Shane Taylor, the Ring of Honor World Television Champion, if you look at his logo, it looks just like it. And he had that logo long before the creation of Shane Taylor Promotions. Just he'd have it on like his gear and such. And the Street Profits just randomly have that as their logo now? The fuck? Really? Are you kidding me? I don't know how they have such a large following. It blows my mind. Those dudes are goofs. I don't enjoy them at all. And they just water down tag team wrestling. Like they're what's wrong with WWE's tag teams. And at one time, WWE had the greatest tag team division in all of the land. And now they have one of the most piss poor in the land. And it's a damn shame to say that. But it is awesome to see the War Raiders. No, that's War Machine. That's Hanson and that's Ray Rowe. And those ridiculous damn helmets that they come out wearing. Are you kidding me? Man, I've been holding this in for, like, seriously, like, you're one of the best tag teams in the history of Ring of Honor got absolutely disrespected when they were brought up to the main roster. And it's very unsettling to see that whole deal where they come out like that. That's an absolute blunder. But I'll tell you what was 150% thunder we had Seth Rollins in the back getting an interview. And then Humberto Carrillo was off to the side, and he had heard his comments from earlier in the night. And he ultimately challenged him to a match after the commercial break. And let me tell you, there was no break in that action. It was incredible. It was like watching a TNA match from 2007 or 2009. Like, it was a very special situation. And I understand Humberto Carrillo is from 205. I haven't watched 205 since Austin Aries and Adrian Neville were feuding on there. And after that, I really didn't care a whole lot for it. That's neither here nor there, but gotta say, you can't ask for a better television debut than against Seth Rollins, and especially in a showcase like that. Like, it's been a long time since I've seen someone make a mark like that in their debut. Like, that had shades of Bret Hart and X-Pac from back in the day in '94 on an episode of Raw. It had shades of Kurt Angle and John Cena. I felt those vibes for sure. And I also kind of had that vibe from when Sting had wrestled the current NWA champion Magnus, who now is known as Nick Aldis. When they had their feud, that was like that was really what put Nick Aldis on the map. Like, there's no doubt about that. That feud of Sting put him on the map, and I believe that this match with Seth Rollins is going to be a benchmark for him, and hopefully he can continue on that momentum, because it's hit or miss nowadays with the new talent, and that's definitely a hit for sure. And I thoroughly enjoyed that match. It was one of the most outstanding wrestling matches I've seen on Monday Night Raw in many, many years. It was truly a nod to greatness, and hopefully we can get some more matches like that. Like, that right there, all by itself, proves that the WWE can still put on great professional wrestling. And Seth Rollins over the weekend had mentioned that Kenny Omega should come to the WWE and leave the minor leagues. There is nothing minor league about elite wrestling. Let's just set the record straight on that right now. Okay, that promotion is way better than the WWE right now at this point. And it breaks my heart to say that, man. Like, I never thought that the WWE would be in the position that they are now. Like, I've heard a lot of people over the last few days especially say that the product is soulless, and that's never a description I've heard. Even, like, it's been worse, to be honest, in like certain areas, but there's just something very off about the WWE in 2019. Like, this whole year, it's just been different, very different than any other year I can remember. I've been a fan since 1994, and this is a very different time for the WWE, and I believe the best is yet to come for the WWE. It's just they're in a very weird period right now. But I'm excited to see what happens, because it is the ultimate of pro wrestling. It is the be-all, I'm not going to say end-all, but it is the be-all great organization that people will always, when you say pro wrestling, when you say wrestling, people will automatically think of the WWE. Like, there's just no getting around that fact, and it's 100% truth. And there's no other way to put that. But it's funny, though, that Seth would call AEW the minor leagues. If it was so minor league, why would Randy Orton have teased over the weekend that he could possibly go there, and he had tagged the Revival and Riddick Moss and Luke Harper? And Chris Jericho seen it, and he teased, send in some pic and a promo and such, and I'll see what I can do. Well, I do hope that Randy Orton leaves the WWE, because the way he has been treated the last few years is absolutely ridiculous, and there's absolutely no excuse that he shouldn't. Like, where the hell has he been, like, the last few months? Like, I just, like, he should be featured prominently, especially now that John Cena's not around. You know, he should really be being used better. And WWE's time's almost up, and I have no doubt in my mind that Randy Orton is going to leave the WWE. I will be shocked if he doesn't. And if he doesn't, it's because he got made an offer that only a dummy would refuse. Like, this is going to have to be insane money that even he has never seen before. And I'm not sure if they're willing to give that to him. And even if they are, I still don't know if that's going to be enough to keep the Viper Randy Orton. I just don't see it as a possibility. You never truly know. However, overall, I will give this episode overall a thunder grade because it's been a hell of a lot better than anything we've seen in the last few weeks on Raw or SmackDown, for that matter. Thumbs up. See you guys later.